Lena Carson walked into the bustling community center, her navy blue scarf wrapped tightly around her neck against the crisp autumn air. The annual Healing Hearts event, organized by the local church, was in full swing. She'd agreed to come at the urging of her friend Joan, who had been adamant that Lena needed to get out and reconnect with the world. Lena wasn't sure what to expect. She was more comfortable in her quiet, solitary routine. But at 42, and after a recent, painful divorce, she knew that she needed to find a way to move forward. Inside, the community center was warm and inviting. Strings of lights draped across the ceiling, colorful banners fluttered in the slight breeze from the open doors, and the aroma of homemade pies and cider filled the room. The atmosphere was lively, filled with the buzz of conversation and the clinking of cups. Lena's heart felt heavy as she surveyed the scene. The room was filled with people, some talking animatedly, others sitting quietly, lost in their own thoughts. Lena grabbed a cup of cider, hoping to find a quiet corner where she could be alone. As she made her way through the crowd, she noticed a man standing by the refreshments table. He was alone, with an air of quiet contemplation about him. He looked to be in his early 40s, with dark hair streaked with gray and a worn leather jacket that seemed to tell its own story. Lena felt a strange pull of curiosity, but pushed it aside. She settled into a chair near the back of the room, hoping to blend into the background. As she sipped her cider, she couldn't help but glance over at the man. There was something oddly familiar about him, though she was sure they had never met before. The facilitator for the evening's workshop called everyone's attention, and Lena reluctantly joined the group. The activity was centered around writing letters to one's past self, a reflective exercise intended to help participants confront their emotions and experiences. Lena took a seat at one of the tables, her pen poised over the paper as she began to write. As she wrote, Lena's thoughts wandered back to her marriage. She remembered the dreams she had shared with her ex-husband, the plans they had made, and how everything had unraveled in the end. The letter was a cathartic exercise, but it also reopened wounds she had been trying to heal. Across the room, Jack Sullivan was absorbed in his own writing. He sat at a table near Lena, his concentration evident. His expression was a mixture of determination and sadness, and Lena could see that he was deeply affected by the exercise. They exchanged occasional glances, but neither spoke. The workshop seemed to be a shared experience of introspection for both of them. When the workshop ended, Lena found herself lingering near the refreshments table again. The man she had noticed earlier, Jack, was still there, seemingly lost in thought. Lena hesitated but felt an impulse to reach out. Gathering her courage, she approached him. "Hi," she said, offering a hesitant smile. "I'm Lena. I noticed you during the workshop. How did you find it?" Jack looked up, a hint of surprise in his eyes. "Oh, hi. I'm Jack. It was intense. I didn't expect it to bring up so much." Lena nodded in agreement. It's funny how reflecting on the past can make everything feel so immediate. Jack's gaze softened as he studied her. "Sometimes I think we try so hard to bury our pasts that we forget they're a part of who we are." The conversation flowed more easily than Lena had anticipated. They talked about the workshop, their lives, and their struggles. Lena learned that Jack had been a successful architect before a series of personal and professional setbacks left him questioning his purpose. Jack learned that Lena had been a devoted mother and a passionate volunteer before her divorce had upended her life and made her reassess her direction. As the weeks went by, Lena and Jack continued to run into each other at community events. They both became regulars at the Healing Hearts gatherings, finding solace in the routine and in each other's company. Their conversations deepened, revealing layers of vulnerability and personal history. One evening, Lena and Jack found themselves seated together at a local cafe. The cozy atmosphere, with its soft lighting and comfortable chairs, felt like a sanctuary from their everyday lives. They sipped their coffee and talked about their experiences, their hopes, and their fears. Jack took a deep breath and looked at Lena with a serious expression. You know, I've been thinking a lot about what's next for me. I feel like I'm finally starting to let go of the past, and it's partly because of you. Lena's heart skipped a beat. I've felt the same way. I never expected to find someone who understands me like you do. Jack's gaze was steady and earnest. I don't know what the future holds, but I know I want to face it with you if you're willing. Lena's eyes welled up with tears as she reached out and took Jack's hand. I'd like that. As they shared a tender kiss, the warmth from the cafe seemed to mirror the warmth growing between them. The connection they had found in each other was a beacon of hope, a reminder that even after the deepest heartbreaks, new beginnings were possible. The holiday season approached, bringing with it a sense of renewal and possibility. Lena and Jack continued to support each other, their friendship blossoming into a meaningful and fulfilling relationship. The Healing Hearts event that had brought them together had done more than offer healing. It had given them a chance to rediscover love and companionship in a way they had never imagined. As they navigated their new relationship, Lena and Jack found joy in the simple moments they shared: a quiet evening at home, a walk in the park, or just a shared laugh over coffee. Their pasts, while still a part of them, no longer defined their future. They had learned to embrace the uncertainty and the possibilities that lay ahead. The journey from heartbreak to hope had led them to this point, a place where love, once thought lost, was now a beautiful reality. Lena and Jack's story was a testament to the power of healing and the possibility of new beginnings, proving that even when love seems lost, it can be found again in the most unexpected of places.